It's another math day here with teacher Jenny. Join me for another topic. This time we're going to talk about solving system of nonlinear equations using elimination method. 2x squared plus 5y squared is equal to 22. 3x squared minus y squared is equal to a negative 1. So from here, we can pick on any of the variable that we can eliminate because our x and y have the same exponent. So we can either choose on x to be eliminated first or y to be eliminated first. So for me, I'll be choosing on y that will be eliminated first because our y squared there is with a positive and the other one is with a negative. So if you try to look at this one, the first equation is with 5, while the other equation is with 1 beside your y squared. So all we have to do is to make it into a similar number. So how to do so? This is by simply multiplying the entire equation here by a 5. So meaning to say, multiplying 5 for each of the terms. So 5 times 3x squared. 5 times 3 is 15. We copy our x squared minus 5 times 1 y squared. That will be 5y squared. And then 5 times negative 1, that will be negative 5. So once we're done, we can now write up our 2x squared here so that we can do our elimination. So right after that, we can add and then we can eliminate this one because we have the same number but with opposite sign and with the same variable and exponent. So this time we're adding 2 plus 15 because we have the same variable and exponent here, so they are like terms. So we can add up 2 and 15, that will be 17, and then we have x squared equal to 22 minus 5, that will be a 17. And then we try to divide this by 17, and so with this one, so that we can solve for our x, so we have x squared is equal to 1. We're solving for x, so we extract the root out. So we have our x equal to a positive negative 1. So which means we have our x equal to 1 and x equal to negative 1. So this time we are now solving for our y since we have our x already. We can choose between equation 1 and 2. For me, I'll be choosing on equation 2. So we have 3x squared minus y squared equal to a negative 1. We can replace our x value there. So if our x is equal to 1, we have 3 times x squared. That means to say we replace x with 1. Square that 1 minus y squared equal to a negative 1. We have here 3 times 1 minus y squared equal to negative 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Minus y squared equal to negative 1. We move negative 1 to the other side. We can have it as 3 plus 1 because we're subtracting 1 here, and so with 1 here, we're adding 1 there, and so we're adding with 1 on the other side to get the negative 1 out in here. So this will be now with negative y squared or minus y squared equal to a 0. So I'll move y squared because this is with a negative here. So once we move that 1 to the other side, that will become a positive. So 3 plus 1 is 4. Moving that to the other side, which means we're adding y squared here. We're adding also y squared here. So this will be equal to a y squared. Then we may try to swap because everybody is fond of doing left side variable on the left side and a constant on the other side. So we may do that one. So we extract the root out. So we have our y will be equal to a positive negative 2. So which means if our x is 1, our y value is 2. The other one is when x is 1, the other value is negative 2. Next, we are going to solve for our y with the other x value if x is negative 1. So we replace our x here again. So we have 3 times negative 1 squared minus y squared equal to negative 1. So we have 3 negative 1 squared, that's positive 1, minus y squared equal to negative 1. 3 times 1 is 3, minus y squared equal to negative 1. We can move negative 1 to the other side, so we're adding 1 here, and so with 1 here. So we have 3 plus 1 minus y squared equal to 0. Next, 3 plus 1 is 4, minus y squared is equal to 0. Then we have to move y squared to the other side, so we're adding here y squared, and so with this one, our 4 will be equal to a y squared. Getting the root out, this is still the same. We have y still, which is equal to positive negative 2. So when x is a negative 1, our y is 2. When x is negative 1, our y is negative 2. You may do the checking at your own risk. You can check those points out, whether that is the solution of our system of nonlinear equations, by simply replacing our x and y values on the two equations. You can refer to the previous videos so that you will be guided as to how to check whether your answers to the solution is correct or not. So by the way, this is the solutions here. And that is how you solve your system of nonlinear equations using elimination method. This is once again your teacher Jenny saying good luck, and you are to face all the challenges.